Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Here is a setup for experiment number 3. DMT and IDMT characteristics of under voltage, over voltage and under voltage relay. Here is a voltage source with which we can inject voltages. That will be more appropriate to say apply voltages across this relay. The single relay will act as both under and over voltage. Here is the setting. For example, if we move the controller mode, here at this tab we can select either this to set as under voltage or over voltage. If we select this button number 1, it will become over voltage. On the selection of this button number 2, it will become under voltage. Here circuit has been connected over here. When we set the voltage, for example, in case our voltage, if we select our voltage, at this stage we are going to set the voltage that we are going to apply. For example, let's say we want to apply 120 volt when the relay is set to 100 volt. How to do this setting? Here we press the start button. As soon as we press the start button, voltage get applied across the relay. Now we will set the voltage with the help of this dial. We are going to increase the voltage. This display also shows the increase in voltage, but we will set the voltage by looking at this voltage which is read by the relay. So let's set this voltage to 120. Here 110, and this is almost 120 volt. We can precisely set this voltage. Once this voltage setting is done, then press the stop here and reset the timer. Once we reset the timer will get reset. Here this will be the number of minutes, second, and this is the 100th part of a second. For example, if this timer reads time 10 and over here 45, this will become 10.45 second. Let's set the voltage now. If we want to set the voltage equal to 100 volt, here is 100, press enter. If it is IDMT relay, let's set it equal to IDMT, and TMS setting, set time for IDMT will be TMS setting. TMS setting can be set from 0.1 up to 1.0. Let's set this time equal to 0.2. So that is not second, this is simply 0.2 TMS. So now press enter. This relay is set as our voltage relay. Its set voltage is 100, and with the help of this voltage source we are going to apply this voltage at time t is equal to 0. With the help of this feedback system that we have provided to this voltage source, this is the normally open contact of the relay connected to this input of this voltage source. What happens when this relay will trip? The normally open contact will become closed, and that will be sensed by this voltage source or voltage injector, and as soon as the status change of contact will be detected, it will stop this voltage source and note down the time over here. This time will be the actual tripping time of the relay. Let's see how it is going to work. Let me apply the voltage over here. So voltage has been applied. So now relay has tripped. According to this, relay has tripped in 7 second 0.98, you can say 7.98 seconds. Let's see over here what are the different parameters that we can read from the relay. ST is the set time, that was 0.2 TMS. Okay, SV is the set voltage, which is 100, and CT is calculated time. Calculated time is 7.66, and here is voltage TV, trip voltage, that is 120, at which we have read this, taken this reading. Now we can see here calculate time is 7.66, actual tripping time is 7.98. There is a slight difference in these two times. Students are going to determine this difference in actual tripping time and calculated tripping time of the relay to understand, and they will explain why there is a difference between these two. So this is how the hour voltage reading will be taken. Next is the part of under voltage. Under voltage reading of under voltage experiment could be a bit tricky. Let's see how. Reset everything, and for under voltage relay, for example, we want to take reading at 80 volt when set voltage is 100 and relay is set to under voltage. So for that purpose, first we are going to set the voltage to 80 volt. So go to the controller mode, under voltage relay, and here with the help of the start button, first we set the voltage to 80. So let's set the voltage 80 very precisely. We can set this voltage. Once it has been set to 80, then complete the setting over here. First stop this, reset the timer, and then set the voltage over here. So set voltage will be 100. Press enter, then IDMT, and over here we set it 0.2, let's say. Now as soon as I will press enter over here, you will see that relay has tripped before applying the voltage across this relay. Why it happened so? When relay source injector, voltage source injector is in stop mode, actually it is applying 0 volt across its input, relay input. 0 voltage is an under voltage condition, and this relay is supposed to operate in under voltage condition, and that is already there because set voltage is 100, applied voltage is 0, and that is situation where relay is going to immediately trip. Now to get the characteristic of the relay, we will have to make sure that 80 volt get remained applied across these input terminal when we set the relay. So for that purpose, this is our procedure. Let's repeat this experiment. Go to the controller mode, under voltage, here start this. Voltage is around 81, 80. Let's make it 80, slightly reduce the voltage. Now it is 80. Then set voltage equal to 100. Enter. Now this time we are not going to stop this source, because if we stop the source, the applied voltage will become 0. We keep it on, and here we move to the IDMT setting, quickly do the setting to 0.2, then press enter. Now this relay will take a short delay and trip according to the applied voltage and setting. So this tripping has occurred. Now here what we can read from the screen, set time is 0.2 TMS, set voltage is 100, calculated time is 6.28, and trip voltage is 80 as we have set to operate. Now in this experiment, when we are performing for under voltage condition, we can't compute or we can't determine actual tripping time of the relay, because actual tripping time could only be taken from this screen. And now here we cannot stop it and reset this timer, because once we have set the voltage, we keep that voltage on. This is a trick in taking reading for under voltage relay. So in power system, under voltage relay will be taken out of service at the time of energization of power system. Once system will get energized, only then under voltage relay will be brought in service. This is how under voltage relay work in power system as well.